Hi, my name's Jacqueline Bran. I'm the Global Director for Alliance Contracting with IQPC and also the Director of Alliance Contracting IQ. We recently asked industry the question, does the Alliance Contracting model deliver value for money outcomes? And here's what they had to say.
Well, it really depends on what we're talking about, the complexity of the project, the level of risk in the project, and whether alternative methods of delivering might be possible. In Bowen Water's case, we're talking about a program alliance. So we've got a whole suite of projects, and the beauty of the alliance is that we know what the contractor's margin is, so we know that once the target outturn cost is set, we will get value for money.
I think the alliance contracting model gives great value for money, especially with the tangible things that you can measure, but also the intangible items that really make an alliance successful, that magic it quality that you can only get with an alliance.
Quite clearly, 2 years into that project, which as I said is a major defence activity, the benefits are quite clearly there. There are different ways of doing business, people have adjusted, there are less arguments, much more productive, and importantly, the evidence is there that we're on we're on schedule, we're within budget, and that's a pretty serious test.
Oh, definitely, it's probably the best model for value for money, because you actually get to discuss with your contractors and your designers and that what is really value to the client, and that's very difficult to put into a contract document. So the process of alliancing allows you to actually do that and then value it and then work towards it in a collaborative way.
I think in the long term, the alliance model will deliver value for money, but when you're looking at the short term, you need to take into consideration that to really bed down those alliance behaviours and values and get the real incentives, it takes time. So value for money is there in the early stages. It's not quite tangible, and that comes with the time that it takes to really get a high-performing team working together and delivering that value for money.
I've been involved with many alliances where I've seen that getting common goals from the owner and the contractor enables us to focus on the right things and minimise a lot of wastage, which delivers the best outcomes in my view.
For me, value for money is the holy grail of alliancing, and it's something that's a little bit elusive. It depends on who you ask and when you ask it, and a lot depends on whether or not you can align all of the drivers for the client owner organisation. And if you're working with a big diverse organisation, multifaceted, they're going to have multiple drivers. And then you've got the other organisations like Treasury that sit off to the side, and they also are a stakeholder. So it's a hard one to line up, and I think it's something that that's why we have events like this, just to try to get our heads around it.
In relation to value for money, heard from some speakers today at the conference on value for money issues, and I guess as a client trying to get that inbuilt into our new alliances, and noting today that I need to be clear on what value for money means to the client perspective, from the client perspective, to be able to get that across to our new alliance partner.
I absolutely agree, definitively. I have seen non-owner participants look at a normal project, what would be considered to be a normal project, and go through so many exercises of how they can add additional value to it, or approach the project in such a way that it is determined to add additional value for money. So include the functionality, include the expectations of the KRA as are set, and add to that. And that's what drives best performance. So absolutely it drives best value for money.